Lowe's American Theater, voiceover, take one. Hi, I'm your host, Alex Ortiz, and today we'll be covering the Lowe's American Theater. The Lowe's American Theater, built in 1939 and opened on December 26, 1940 for the Parkchester neighborhood of the Bronx, was the last theater originally built as a single-screen turned multiplex that still functioned well into the 21st century. The American Theater in its original run had fallen on hard times after years of neglect and declining attendance, causing the theater to be renovated and reopened as a multiplex in the 1980s. Its first closure was on May 30th, 2007, as the previous owner had retired. The theater was taken over by Bowtie Cinemas in April 2008, and further renovations were carried out. Friday, April 11th, Charlie and Ben Moss, owner of Bowtie Cinemas, reopened the historic American Theater. They held screenings centered around the community with development films about Parkchester's early history and the inauguration of President Obama. We wanted to take the opportunity to present this historic event on our screens as a thank you to the communities we serve. We feel our guests will remember not only the event, but the fact that they witnessed it in a communal setting with a large screen presentation, claimed the owners. It was closed in September 2013 when Bowtie's lease ran out and the building's owners planned other uses rather than movie theaters. The people of Parkchester banded together, forming a petition to save the historic theater, but ultimately couldn't gain enough traction to hit the brakes. Now we see those other uses for the space would be a Marshall's that's taken its place. The designers of the Lowe's Paradise Theater, John and Drew Eberson, designed this space to have a international Art Deco styling known as Streamline Modern. The cinema had 7 screens and was able to seat over 1,300 patrons overall. And after Bowtie purchased the theater, they made sure to restore about 90% of it to its original look, replacing the seats and carpets, upgrading the projectors, repainting the building and auditorium ceilings, and so much more. The Lowe's American Theater was one of the longest standing theaters in the Bronx, and was such a cornerstone of its community because it had kept the romance of the past alive. It was so incredibly accessible to its patrons with its cheaper prices, wide range of showings, and mutual support it had and was given by the people of Parkchester.
Had Macy's and vibrant stores, and it was like a thing. It was like a mini, not Manhattan, but Manhattan-ish. It was, as a real shopping district, and you could tell that the Bronx had changed when I had come back home. I was like, damn, there's nothing here anymore. It's dead. But when the theaters closed, that was a part of the neighborhoods being blighted out,
Maybe Marshall's is cool, but it definitely ain't beating the $9 tickets and memories had there. So we thank you for listening to the history of the Lowe's American Theater.